it's you! Come on in and join us!
Hey, y'all, MacDuff's has released his soap with a tomato vine note in it, so this is either going to be awful or awesome!
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet!
Hey, y'all, come on in. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for spending this time with us. If you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, join the With Pack. They're in the live chat. We're there, too. We'd love to meet you and say hi.
So for our mention today, we have some fun news. We actually met our first person in person from the wet shaving world.
Yeah, y'all, we had a meetup, an unofficial West Coast meetup with Phil from Bricktown Grooming. And here's a picture of us on our walk today.
Picture proof.
It was awesome. Y'all even started the embryo of an idea for a West Coast meetup down maybe in LA somewhere. So y'all stay tuned for that.
We actually have one episode so far that we've done for Bricktown Lafayette, so check that out.
And stay tuned on Instagram because we're going to have Phil in our In Conversation series in the next few weeks. So that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
It was so nice to meet. Guys, one of the nicest people in all of wet shaving. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is the Herbalist, and I have to say, this label really got it. I mean, we couldn't not get it. Then when Marcus saw tomato vine, we were like, wait a minute, we got to get our noses on this.
Actual Scotty dog on the label and something weird and wonderful in the set notes. That's what we're all about. Bring it on. All right, y'all, so I have not seen the set notes yet for this, and I'm actually looking very forward to guessing at them because this could be anything. So we're going to kind of leave out most of what's on the sales page. I'm trying really hard not to look at it. So from the sales page at MacDuffSoapCompany.com.
You get the first sentence. Ready? The Herbalist is a celebration of all things herbal, encapsulating the fresh, green vitality of a summer garden. That's all you get.
I'm trying so hard not to look at the
I was
sales
like
page.
trying to cross-eyed myself.
So, y'all, we are so excited. Let's let this little farmer out of the box.
Our shave supply box from Southern California.
Yeah, y'all, Gareth is our closest distributor here on the West
We
Coast.
have a few friends in here. But
Right, love the full color invoice.
And look at else we got.
And we got another.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good day today on the Barbershop Duet. Thank you so much, Sarah from Gareth. I love it.
And
what did
then
you say?
we get some cards, and then our
beautiful
big
logo.
stickers. Look at, they're
I love the guy
huge.
with the foamy
So
Santa
fun.
beard.
I want to meet this guy.
Fantastic.
We didn't get the
And
soap yet.
what about, we got more than one in there.
We
What did
do.
we get? What did
Okay.
they not see today? Oh, they didn't see a lot of cool stuff.
This is
Wait a
the
minute.
wrong box. That's why.
All right, y'all, it's time to come from past your pharmacy
Check, that's
in
the
New
right
York
box.
City. Let's see if this is the invoice here. We got lots of stuff. Wow, there's lots of cool
yeah.
stuff in here. You
There
didn't see
is.
Leading Man. I forgot I got that
You
one.
did.
All right, and see the other one. Oh, there we are.
for Halloween.
We got a Southern Witchcraft coming for Halloween. Y'all stay tuned for that.
But that is the glory. Look at that label.
It's got MacDuff on it. Look at
I look at who I had to get because he's got his
love it.
hat
Oh,
on.
you
And then we
were
have our
so
little witch here.
smart.
I tried to get creative.
Y'all, this is impressive. Look at the sky and look at the color of the tree. It's kind of smoky and magical.
Oh, there's a lot more once you see it in person.
No,
That's
y'all,
fun.
I want a poster of this on our bathroom
Yes,
wall,
please.
and I want a first impression.
You going first? No, I'm going
No,
first.
I need to know if there's tomato in there. I
right.
need to know, because when I order my Whopper Jr., it's with no tomatoes.
It's
So I
actually
need to
funny.
know.
At dinner last night, my sister and my mom were comparing their tomato vines of their plants, like how well they were growing. And inside,
true.
I was giggling, like, "Oh, we're probably going to film that tomorrow."
And I was actually talking to Melody Kent at Moonsubs. We were comparing our hatred of tomatoes, except that we both love salsa and we both love bruschetta. So we don't
ketchup.
quite understand why we don't like tomatoes, because we will eat the heck out of those. Oh no, ketchup.
Anyone else? I don't know anyone else. There you go.
Who knows? Who knows? I mean, bruschetta is just literally cut up fresh tomatoes.
Which I ate last night. It was super good. I'm not going to.
I will eat that, but I do not like tomatoes. So go figure that out.
I'm going to check it out for tomatoes. I'll be your tomato patrol here.
Right,
Ready?
right. That's
Okay.
what you're there for.
That's
right,
what I'm here for. The only use. It's okay. Ready. It's been a while since we've done a MacDuff's, I feel
If
like.
there's a tomato bug in there, like a caterpillar, he should have put a plastic tomato
That
bug
would have
in
been
there.
hilarious. Okay.
Let's see
For
what we
next
got.
time. I'm already getting. Okay,
Are you?
Hold on.
Okay, I need to know if this is tomato forward. I really do.
I don't think there's any tomatoes in here.
Ah, y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. She says there's no tomatoes in this.
Okay, so it's funny. I just got a giant flashback from when I first was babysitting, kids on my own. It was just me. My sister didn't come with me. Like, I was old enough to babysit. And there was a house like down the street. My parents could just watch me walk to the next block. And this family, I think, was from Europe somewhere. And I thought their house was so cool because the whole back patio, they had turned in to like a whole green room kind of thing. Oh. And they had the freshest herbs. And the mom would always like just be like, yeah, go grab them from the back. And she'd like pick all the herbs to cook with. And I feel like I just was transported into their back patio. Like, there are fresh herbs everywhere. Like, I don't even know which ones I'm getting, but they are, I literally just cracked like the herbs open. They are super fresh.
Sean, mission accomplished.
Yeah.
And DJ, who says she is super hard to read, not today, y'all. Not today. Today, I think I know how she likes this
It's
one.
super refreshing. There is something at the very end of the scent that has more of like a, I don't want to say soil, but there's something that's a little more masculine. I don't know if it's a leathery thing. Maybe it's like his hat or his cape, but there's something that makes it still like a person vibe. If that makes sense.
I love me a soil note, y'all. I think Sherlock from Chisel Face. I love a soil note in there, like the Shire.
It's just something to make it a little damper, not dirty, but just like you're in a real place. It's I can feel the texture somehow.
Well, and y'all, before I even get my nose on this, there is a difference for me between the smell of herbs dried at the store or in the little canisters and those growing in a garden. My mom had an herb garden too.
Yeah, when I worked at Trader Joe's and I would like unpack the packaging that had like the straight up little herb plants that they would sell, that's where I'm at. It's very fresh. It's very real. It's like I just walked into like someone's back patio that they have herbs growing everywhere. Nice. And it's super refreshing.
Is there one jumping out? Is there like a mint forward? Is there a...
I'm trying to figure it out, actually. There's no cilantro. You're totally good. Totally good.
Y'all, there's no cilantro in there.
He's not a fan of the cilantro.
Barrister and man, I'm looking at you.
I think I'm getting like even like oregano, maybe. Right. There is something like crisp and clean about this scent still.
Y'all, that's the description I was hoping for. Is it the herbs from like stuffing at Thanksgiving? Or like the Colonel's blend of 9 herbs and spices?
Not at all. Nothing dried. It's straight off the plant.
Is there sweetness to it?
There's brightness to it. Oh. Does that help? Like, I'm not getting straight up gourmand. There might be a hidden floral in here, like something to keep it brighter. Right. But I don't get like a sweetness.
Would the herbalist not be gourmand, y'all? Well, here we are.
I literally feel like I'm still standing in that back patio of my neighbor's house. Like, there's something super transportive that's taking me there.
Nice. We had a guy in my junior class called the Herbalist, but he went to jail before the school.
Those aren't in here either.
It's not that kind. There's no cannibals.
The other kind of version.
Right, there's no cabanas.
Okay, but just so if you're not smell for tomato, I'm curious if you're gonna get it, but I could not get any tomato vine. It's just enough to be green. I was hoping this would be
a big old funky tomato vine. But okay, here we go.
Well, I don't know. See what you get. For me, not so much, but I don't know. Maybe.
All right. Here we go. Well, Grandpa had a farm. He had a victory garden out back.
You make it a whole different thing.
2012, and he had a giant victory garden still going on. I think that's why we won the war.
Yeah, this may take you. See, bro. See. Like, I almost felt like I was taken to Italy or something. It's like beautiful. It's something.
It's beautiful, and it's summer herbs.
Right.
So I think knowing the MacDuff catalog the way we do, this jives a little bit more towards the summer cabin sort of palette of spices and herbs.
Oh, all right.
But it goes deep into those herbs and then brings in so much more. So for me, I got that beautiful, late August feel to these herbs. And they're definitely in the ground.
Right.
But the world is drying, right? It's getting ready for autumn. Hold on.
I was getting like super fresh. That's cool that you're getting something different.
Well, it is. No, it is. And hear my face. It's super fresh. It's just not like the grasses and the little flowers and the blossoms that grow at the beginning of spring.
Okay. Yeah.
It's more your herbs and your flowers that grow in late summer organically. So it's not that these are drying out. Oh no, this is their time to shine.
Right. They're vibrant.
But they only grow in a certain time of year, and that certain time is July and August. Which for me brings an innate warmth to this scent. And I was almost a little bit afraid that an herbalist scent would be a little cool. It'd have like a cooling factor to it because, thinking about like rosemary and those kind of herbs that are cool. This doesn't. This has that late summer warmth kind of to it.
I get what you're saying though, because those scents to me, think of like a fresh soup. Like you're going to prep for fall coming. You would use all of these herbs to make those fun, yummy meals.
And you know what's funny? This for me it's not a gourmand,
right?
But it's not a non-gourmand either.
I'm with you.
Are you right? Like
right.
I don't want to put this in my mouth, but I don't not want to put this in my mouth.
But that you kind of said that with Summer Cabin too. Like there's something so real about the herbs and stuff in that.
Right.
You know?
Yes, like if you needed to collect what was outside to make a salad, if it was the Depression, you could.
A dandelion salad or something.
Otherwise, you're just going to sit here in your deck chair and take it all in.
But there's something so real about it that it almost makes your mouth water because it's real, but it's not necessarily like been cooked or gourmandified, if that could be a thing.
And it is funny that we are planning a trip to Red Bluff because this is the scent I get when I am sitting on the creek bed and I've got all the dry sort of grasses and herbs sort of behind me, but I've got all of the fresh growth from the river in front of me.
It's true, yeah.
That's this. Whoa, I'm bringing this to Red Bluff to show you.
And Summer Cabin. We always say that smells like Red Bluff. So we'll get back to you after our Labor Day trip.
My favorite part of Summer Cabin is the part where my nose gets to go outside to those grasses and herbs. And this is like the world that explores that. This is awesome. I know MacDuff's has been doing a lot of cologne homages in the center and then zooming out, but no, not
here.
this. This is a whole different thing. This was built by Sean himself from the ground up, y'all. This is a Canadian late summer victory garden in full bloom.
Do you get any hint towards like a masculine, feminine, or does it take you to the vibe, like a place, like the herbs themselves, right?
I get a farmer in overalls with a little piece of that wheat sticking out. That's what I get. So whether it's a boy or a girl in those overalls,
doesn't matter.
This is what you're going to smell like, and it is fabulous.
Like I feel like if you have a chef in the family, or if you grew up where you did have herbs in your backyard or something, like this is really going to be a nice content scent for you.
And the other fun thing, y'all, if you are a masculine guy and you enjoy your florals, these herbs approach that line without going floral. So herbs do have tiny little flowers. Have you ever seen like rosemary and it looks blue or white? It's little flowers, right? So this takes those herbs and approaches with their sweetness and with their blend.
Their little natural blossom.
Right. Approaches a floral, but never crosses into that line. So if you did want something that wasn't like bracing like a 60s aftershave, if you did want something that was more natural and sweeter, this takes your herbs all the way to florals and then stops right before you get there.
I'm with you. There's something very enchanting and charming about it. Like it's interesting, but until you have your nose just have these on their own, it's something you can really appreciate by the scent happening. Like normally it's in a plate of food or something, or how these have been prepared. But there's something you can really just appreciate by the natural scent that these herbs have with them.
It's funny, when I do eat super fresh Asian cooking, and we have a few places around here, and you get those little bits of those herbs that kind of stuck in your teeth almost, and you get to like sense them alone. And they're just kind of overpowering because they're real. They're real. Those are the sweets that are in there. So not a cilantro, but something from Southeast Asia, I'd be willing to bet.
And I'm getting a little more, now that I'm getting a re-whiff round, I'm getting a little more as a minty, like a fresh mint leaf happening.
Okay.
Smell for the very back of this, because you asked me earlier, is there something sweet about this?
No, there's a minty in here.
Yeah, but smell for that now. It doesn't start it off, but if I go to search for it, it's there.
Do I sense tomato vine in this? Yeah, I do.
I think it is more the vines. It's not the actual tomatoes. It's different. It's a distinct, like the green side versus the red tomato.
Think of that green, slightly hairy tomato vine and just take that in. Don't you get just a little bit of a smoothness?
If I'm searching for it, I can. But if the other stuff wasn't in there, I couldn't find it. Like what you were saying. It's definitely a part of their scent.
And I don't like coffee. But I drink it every morning because I like cream and sugar. So y'all, it's about how it balances out. It's about, and I love what happens to coffee when it is cream and sugar, right? That's what's happening.
I don't think there's a time of day I wouldn't grab this to shave with. Like, it's a very refreshing scent.
I get afternoon, which is hard to find. I think morning shave soaps are all over the place. I think an afternoon one is a little tricky, but that's for me.
So do you get anything sweet in this?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think it sits on a beautiful bed of the way that a clovery grass is a beautiful sweetness to it with like dew on it in the morning.
Okay.
That's the sweet of this.
Like we haven't read that
bees
list.
Waking up for the clover. That's what I sense from this. A beautiful, sweet, almost clover sort of sense.
It's something mellow in the back. I don't know what it is.
On the herb.
Yeah, there's something.
Not enough to be a floral, right?
Okay, do we cave and look at the scent notes? Because we didn't even get, we were just guessing. We have no idea.
Can't wait! All right, y'all. So from the sales page at MacDuffSoapCompany.com.
Okay, we can read it all now. Ready? The Herbalist is a celebration of all things herbal, encapsulating the fresh and green vitality of a summer garden.
Get your scorecards ready.
All right, here we go. This summer blend opens with a distinctive note of green tomato leaf and arugula with a touch of peppermint and cyclamen. That's just our first sentence, y'all.
That's awesome, because we had a cyclamen like 2 episodes
did.
ago.
We really
That's
did.
Okay, so hold on. Back up. Because that smoothness that I was sensing, green tomato leaf and arugula.
Totally the arugula.
And there is
Yeah.
something smooth to me about it. And that's the part they pulled out. Not creamy, but if you think about just breaking that green open and smelling it, yes, there is part of it that's, but that's not the part that's in here.
No,
the part that's in here is the green smooth.
Right, and then it turns
is
crisp
awesome.
somehow by your scent.
And meeting that with peppermint, that's what soothes it. That's what takes away because it's met with something super strong, but super awesome in peppermint. And I'm sorry, but Sarah was right. That was the mint in there, 100%. And then going on.
All right, the heart of the fragrance reveals a blend of green herbs, which include, this is the darker side I was getting. Anise.
And we had biscotti last night. And?
Eucalyptus.
Love it.
Tea tree.
Oh, okay. Wait.
That's the other side.
Because tea tree is a giant guitar player at a party. You can't sneak that by me. Hold on.
But if that blended into the peppermint side.
Okay, hold on. Smell for the tea tree oil, because smell how he's hidden it. It's in a costume.
It's so in there. And it's funny, like,
costume.
I have a lot of products from a different company that lead with tea tree oil. And it's interesting in here, the way it's blended, it was so disguised if I wasn't smelling for it.
Right.
I mean, now I totally get it, but it was totally in the middle center.
That's another one of those that if it wasn't there, you'd know.
And
but you
again,
can't really
super refreshing. That crispness comes through with that. Okay.
And
we haven't even kept going yet.
Oh,
fennel.
Perfect bookend to anise. And then sage.
So get that.
Bay leaf. Marcus
and you
was
were-
a little right.
and then you said rosemary and basil, okay.
Each contributing to a complex and invigorating, that's a great word, invigorating aroma that remains in the background, providing an ambiance rather than a distinct note.
Well, okay.
Y'all, has Sean created a vibe? Or what? That's what that means. That means he's made a vibe.
Yes.
And then,
All right, carrying on. As the scents evolves, the base notes reveal a grounding warmth thanks to vetiver, cedarwood, and sandalwood. Sniff for that.
Vetiver, I would expect.
Yeah.
But look at these two boys.
I know, right? Again, it just keeps it from getting too dark or too bright. It's like that mid-range.
Zoom out from your garden, and you can see the worst cabin ever. On fire in the background, and that's the scene.
I was picturing, like when a garden made with the base around it that's built with wood, and then inside that the vines go around is that next wood. It's in there. Okay, we're not even done yet. Ready? The finish is enriched with a very subtle sweetness thanks to tonka bean and burnt maple.
I quit.
Y'all.
I'm done. Burnt maple in an herb.
I mean, it's definitely
genius.
there. I knew there was something sweet in here. And it's funny, because we kept guessing it was a floral. Nay.
No,
wrong.
No, it's maple.
Okay, so just to revamp these notes for you. Ready? Tomato leaf, arugula, herb blend, moss, cyclamen, vetiver, cedarwood, tonka bean, sandalwood, burnt maple. Voila, we have the herbalist.
Y'all, I'm going to say it. We have a giant cabinet that's all MacDuff's. We've done a lot of MacDuff's. They're one of our favorites. This is
up there.
This is one of my favorites. Yeah, this is special.
Yeah.
This is special, Sean. I need to, next time you come up with something like this, I need a text. Just, it's very simple.
And it's funny, in my mind, we have market days. And to me, I was expecting this was the scent of market days for some reason.
Yes.
But
and market days was a lemon gelato.
Right.
This is what I thought the farmer's market
But they are
smelled.
both at the farmer's market in different ways.
Right.
They both need to be soaps, but it's interesting, like what I had just preconceived would be market days was something more in this zone. But they both are separate and they both need to be at the market.
You know what it is for me? This is the guy who just went out and gathered up all the stuff that he's going to sell at the market.
Right.
And that's what he smells like.
Because he's in all that stuff.
And then when he gets to the market and it's a little bougier with some lemon gelato over there, that's when it's market days. So if you put those two next to each other.
Right.
Hold on. All right, y'all. So this is something you will only see on the Barbershop Duet. This is Market Days and the Herbalist in a single whiff. This is the Farmer in the Dell whiff. Y'all on 3, 1, 2.
Oh,
And
put them
together.
side by side. Ah.
We're going to start mixing our soaps.
We are for sure at the market.
Mixing our soaps.
Sean just posted his picture at the market. I feel like we could just jump through this scent and join
like
him.
The guy that would be wearing this.
Yep,
I didn't see MacDuff in the picture.
No, he's not allowed. What this one pulls off in sweetness, this one pulls off in that more real herby side. But I'm literally like, it has the MacDuff's signature. Like, I don't think any other artisan would have come up with this scent.
Right.
It just has that Sean little thumbprint of like the reality.
It sure does. And his catalog of music, y'all, this is his Jailhouse Rock, and we got to take this a little deeper. We're gonna build you a leather.
We were having too much fun whiffing over here. My goodness.
One of these days, we're gonna have Foxy Matt on here as a guest and watch how he tub loads his MacDuff's.
Yeah, I'm
because
curious.
That's got to be a sight to behold. Y'all look at how soft this is. It is literally
melted
softer than the butter on our counter, right?
For sure.
And we live in California.
We do.
Okay, here we go. This is our Vanille honeycomb bowl created by Monica deep in the heart of Texas.
Our barbershop colors here.
Gee, I'm gonna get a little more.
Marcus is getting brave here, watch out.
We're gonna make a nice.
Put in the little divots.
All right. And this is our bougie sprayer from Sean and Julie Smollers, who also sent us this phenomenal trotter
they
brush,
did,
y'all.
yes.
Paul, this thing is just a crown jewel of our collection.
Colors are just,
Aren't shaving soaps fantastic? They all look the same. They all look identical, but what does this one smell like? Fruit Loops. What does this one smell like? Floyd Amber. What does this one smell like? Herbs and tomato vines. Y'all, miracles and wonders.
Okay, things are happening here. Let me just say,
I can sense all of it. I'm not even trying to keep my nose away because it's not going to happen.
If you were, like, the definition of aroma therapy, like, this is aromatic, like,
Y'all.
heavenly bliss right here. Let me just say, like, the natural herb side of it, like, if you're someone that really grew up with someone that took a lot of time in the kitchen with real herbs, this is going to take you somewhere because it is just a wonderful adventure.
Is it me, or is there a little bit of like an oregano Sunday gravy, kind of an Italian spice?
Right, like something was sitting on the counter, like brewing for a while. Like you really can smell it.
This is one of those that you can tell. It took a little bravery to make it, and it paid off a billion times over.
I know, and I feel like because there's so many new ones that were coming out from Sean, people might have looked past this one, but I think you better rethink things because it's got a fun side to it.
I know I just grabbed this because I thought it'd be more novelty, but boy, was I was wrong.
I know.
Okay.
We've heard road tripping is quite a thing, so we may have to go back to that one too, but I'm glad we went with this one first. It's totally different.
I've been like, you think you've had orange creamsicle? No, you need to come over here and try.
But this one, we don't have anything like this in our den.
Country mile, y'all.
Okay, ready? You wanna see what this bad boy smells like?
Okay, you will only see this in the Barbershop Duet, but this is the tomato with on 3, 1, 2. Oh, I love this. It didn't get sweeter. It got herbier.
It did, and I don't know how, but it almost got like brighter and cleaner. I know. Look at that lather. We don't talk about lather on the show at all.
And we also realize that when we do watch No Frills, we like to see when the lather coats the face. So watch this. I'm just going to put this. Look, y'all.
I know.
Y'all.
It's a thing.
What do you want? What do you want? It's just beautiful. Okay, hold on. Measure. It goes on in 4 coats.
It does.
Look at that. Oh, and it just feels so good on your face. There's something about the MacDuff's lather that the bubbles are somehow a little bit smaller than they are in some of the others. So it's just kind of like a slightly denser, more packed kind of a lather. Think the bubbles in your Guinness rather than the bubbles in your Budweiser, right? Just
they're different.
They are. It's nitrogen.
If you had this splash on and you're walking around, like, I'm so curious what people would say. They would think you were like some fine chef that works somewhere because of the scents that you're in there, you know?
Calming. A calming, beautiful gardener. That's
comforting, like somehow. I don't know. It's like literally like nature's little hug or like little whisper on your shoulder of like, yeah, you smell good.
Have you ever met a gardener who was uptight? No.
Pretty chill.
No, y'all, that's why. They're outside. Nothing is in a hurry.
As long as you don't mess with their garden. That's the difference.
You can't force the corn to grow. No. Yeah, and you're not leaving tomato worms. Y'all, this is literally overflowing the bowl.
It is.
I know we never talk about
I don't want to waste it, but that is an impressive lather.
And look, you can't even see the iridescence. You can read by.
Yeah, it's quite a thing.
I love the tomato in this. It's there for me. It's totally there for me. And if it wasn't, I'd be sad. It's amazing.
It is more the tomato leaf to me. I don't get the actual red juicy part.
Right,
maybe.
but think about being in a victory garden. Why does it smell so good? Because you can smell the tomato vine along with the oregano, along with the rosemary, along with everything else beautiful that's growing in that
It's
area.
a very flourishing garden, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like whoever was caretaking for it has put a lot of love and care in each little thing growing. And somehow that's coming through here.
So it's pretty simple. Y'all just have a grandmother who graduated with a degree in home economics from UC Davis. So that means that your mom is going to be an amazing cook. All kinds of cool stuff is going to go in those recipes. And just about the time you're all sitting around wondering what herbs she threw in her spaghetti sauce, she's going to refuse to tell you. Well, after she dies, you're going to be rummaging through what she wants on her headstone, and you're going to find out it wasn't an herb at all. It was anchovy paste, and you got your own. So, head over to MacDuff'sSoapCompany.com to find this and a bunch of other cool stuff. I don't like tomatoes. I don't like arugula salad. I don't. But I love bruschetta. I love salsa. I can't explain it. But y'all, here's the best thing I can say about the Herbalist. Yes, it is tomato vine centered. Yes, the arugula is 100% present. And yet, y'all, the recipe is so good, I wanted it on my face. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you'll even love the scent, but you don't know if you want it on you. Gatlinburg from Sterling kind of had that effect. The smokiness got to me just a little, but I go back to the tub all the time. Y'all, the recipe is so good, and everything else in there is so good. It will make a believer out of you. So if you are not a tomato lover, if arugula makes your nose go, y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. Try this. You'll love it. Welcome to Messages.
So for our September giveaway, we wanted to spread some love over to Zingari Man, so you have a chance to win a $20 gift card to Zingari.
And all you have to do is send an email here to WeSetYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you and check back here on the show on October 4th when we have Alexa choose our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
This might be one of my 3 favorite MacDuff's of all time, and we have bad scent.
And it's such and it's such an original scent. Like, we have 300 plus something soaps, and nothing is close to this. Like, repainting that real garden, right. It's insane.
Y'all, sometimes they get within the same zip code, but this isn't in the same state. This is awesome.
It's like Secret Garden, but if there were herbs inside.
I'm glad you said that. Yeah, absolutely. Because there is something so comforting. There is just something so soothing about this scent. Like as if something from nature is kind of reaching down through the ages to connect you with all of your hunter-gatherer ancestors.
Yep, I wouldn't want to leave this garden. I'd want to stay there. Let me just say, I want to take a nice long time in this garden. We might have to get the splash for this bad boy because I think I'm going to be sad when it wears off. And this lather, this new base, holy
I'm not
moly.
saying it's a great lather or anything.
Not at all. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.